Previously on Sailing Joco. We're working on the diesel heater today. So, honey, what did you find in this pipe yesterday?
Beehives of the perfect size.
Wow.
They were jammed in there. There was two of them. One I knocked out and then this other one fell out after. But look at that. Talk about major blockage.
The next step is we're going to be measuring how long this is. Also going to be trying to get this smaller tube out of the outer layer tubing. I am getting, from the tip of this thingy, it's about 110. We decided to measure the pipe length just in case we had to replace it. Next is to unwrap whatever this type of thermal tape is.
Look at that. So they didn't have it in there.
Whoa. Interesting. We were just trying to pull this out and this came out of there. Lots of insulation. So this fiberglass is being held on by some wire. So Jeff is gonna go and grab some wire cutters. Safety gloves.
I guess that exhaust wrap wasn't a thing back in the day.
Yeah. Seems like overkill, but it worked for 38 years. Feel like you're pruning a sheep, honey?
Kind of. It actually feels like that. It's pretty weird.
I found a coupler! How exciting! So we just had to unscrew this.
It's like a coupler.
Oh, this is where
exhaust is blowing back, yeah.
So there's another coupler inside there?
No, there's just more pipe.
Oh, I see.
It's like inside this. So there you go. That's where, I'd say that's where the problem was, is right there.
Yeah.
This is the piece that went to the actual heater here.
Okay. Dang.
Crazy well insulated shit.
Yeah. But breachy. Ugh. Time for some pipe deconstruction. Ooh. What the heck?
What a creation. Like, what a creation.
What is this?
I don't know, some kind of compound. It's fairly strong.
It looks like
So they had that, they had this, so they put the inner pipe in there. There's the inner pipe, see? They wrapped it, I like that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And then they terminated it with this thing. Now we know that what's going on in here, you know?
In case you ever wondered, here you
Put that
are.
in there. I guess they put that in there so it doesn't crush. And then they got, here, I'll grab it for an example. And they put a piece like this in here, connected it, like it was, I don't know if it was screwed in there somehow or what. But anyway, then it was this stuff. And then it was, and then it was gasket material put on top of that.
And this is all from the factory?
We had some kind of connection problem in there. Exhaust is coming out.
Good grief.
There's an end that's in better shape, but still questionable. I just don't understand why. Why do that?
So many layers.
So, what we want to do, since we suspect that the rest of this is okay, let's get into this inner one. I need tin snips. Holy cow.
Tin snips? That's
Yeah,
the name of
I
the
think I know
product?
someone who maybe has tin. No, it's a tool.
Or a tool? Well, it's a
Stronger.
fun name. Tin snip.
Something we're missing here. Oh, this is perforated. It's not the same. See?
Huh.
So that's not the same as this.
Oh.
What? 'Cause he
What
mentioned
the?
something. All right. The learning continues.
Every day there's something. Fortunately, this end is a little bit mangled here, so Jeff is going to attempt to extract this tube piece, which should look like this, and then just turn it around so that the bad end is inside, so that we don't have to buy a whole massive piece of inner tubing that's really expensive per foot. And yes, I know, this is like the absolute most boring looking boat repair ever in the history of boat repairs, especially on Joco. But we need some heat. Also, potentially, it could help one of you. Because I know there's a lot of other Hallberg Rassy owners watching our videos here because we tear everything apart and let you know what it all looks like inside. And what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, let me just come right apart, so I should order it. Yeah, it's just toast because it's was at that end of the bow. Come on, just sit.
So we just took a break over in the lounge and Jeff gave a call over to a diesel heater supplier, Wallace, I think the name brand is, and just asked him his opinion about what we should do, etc., and told him what our setup was. And his first response was, get rid of that setup, it's not safe. So I think we're making the right call. He has the new tubing that we would need in stock in the right diameter, so 28 millimeter inner diameter, I believe. So Jeff is just now contemplating moving the diesel heater out of the engine bay and into the lazarette. So we'll see what he gets up to.
Exhaust is right there. It's going to come out there and they're going to cross each other. So that has to go over there.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's got to go that way. And then this can come that way.
Yeah.
Or they switch. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do an S curve with the black one, and then that. Can
Yeah,
go
I think
under and sneak
that
under
I think
it.
that makes the most sense to do that.
This is so ridiculous.
Yeah. It is. Just to go on a bit of an angle. Are we confident that these two can avoid each other?
Just gonna have to play around with some more orientations, but long story short is we do think it's possible to have everything fit in there. Good morning. Not quite awake yet, but Jeff is at it bright and early. Hasn't even had coffee yet. We're abandoning that idea of fixing and revamping the exhaust heater tubing lines. They just look so sketchy and they're gonna break at any moment and corrode through, and they're old. They're geriatric. They can't be used anymore. They're not safe. They're not safe, right, baby?
Yeah.
We're going to explode.
So we're going to spend $1 million on new line.
Yeah.
And when we remove the heater, we can see that the wall where the bolts are a little bit rotten. It's not a fiberglass wall, it's just a partition wall, plywood. And this hatch here, it can leak where the hinges go if there's a drain at the back. And for some reason it's very finicky and sand can build up and it gets blocked. If it gets blocked, the water flows into it at the back.
And then leaks everywhere.
And so we have to fix this wall. It shouldn't be that big of a deal, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Just like cutting into the entire thing, removing the whole thing, putting in a new piece of plywood, fiberglassing it. No big deal. That's child's play, right, babe?
Yeah.
Wow. No idea. But like always, I am Jeff's #1 assistant.
Yeah, babe.
With giving tools.
which you know what? The time is nigh.
Oh, shoot. What do you need, babe?
I'm gonna go in here, but I think I need.
There's also been some really nice sun flare this morning on you. Look at that.
No,
Wow.
I saw that. That's
Yeah, it's looking good.
I need
So Jeff needs coffee as
Big
well.
Phillips.
A big Phillips?
Yeah.
A long handle or a baby handle?
Big Phillips. Long handle.
Long handle, big Phillips. You got it. This tool bag is going to be living outside today. I can already tell. Oh. Okay, I got a big fill for ya.
Okay.
This is the wall here. It's here that Jeff is going to be tearing apart. The other day we were showing you that we were looking to put the diesel heater now in the lazarette. We have now decided that we're going to abandon that option as well. You know, we're not professionals. We're just testing things out, seeing how they look. But Jeff was worried by having the heater in the engine bay still that the exhaust line was pretty long, about 9 feet. And apparently the ideal is like 6 feet. And so I wasn't sure about keeping it that way. If we're gonna change something, he likes to usually do an upgrade at the same time, you know. The more we're thinking about it, that's how it was done on this boat. It's just fine. Also, our hose diameter, inner diameter, is a bit bigger, 28 millimeter, versus other ones that we're seeing online. The normal is like 22, 24 millimeter inner diameter. So we do have the bigger size to allow for the longer run. Just easier to keep the heater where it was in the engine bay. It's close to the fuel pump. We're gonna have to get a diesel day tank for it as well. So everything will be... See, nothing is permanent here. Everything is a work in progress, and we're working through things, and they change on the minute. So starting by unscrewing these screws. A whole big section. There's a top part and underneath this beam.
It's just here.
That sounds hollow.
It's just right here. But
yeah, basically surrounding this beam. And yes, sound effects.
Yeah, that was something.
What are you finding? You're just saying some stuff over here.
Well, look here. Look where the brace goes.
Oh, wow.
You just removed the brace.
Oh my goodness.
Here, here. Here, watch this. Thud. Thud.
Nice. I'm just extremely nervous about what Jeff is going to find underneath when he opens it up.
I'm going to find rotten wood. You know that much.
Never just a piece of rotten wood that gets removed and then put back together and then done. No. No. I will be showing you every step of the way to see what we discover back here. Exhibit A. All of the screws came out just fine everywhere along here, except for what, 1, 2 over there?
Yeah, I got one left now. It has epoxy in it.
Yeah. It's hard to really tell, but these lazarettes on the HR352 are massive. Like, where's Jeff? Oh, there he is. He's downstairs in the lazarette.
Yeah. I'm below the floor of the lazarette.
Yeah, so much can fit in here. You are where the hot water tank was.
Yeah, well, that's
that we
the thing.
threw
If
away.
the hot water tank is here, then you're not getting here.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of space. Good job, Hallberg Rassy.
I just put that piece of foam underneath there because I think that's where it rattles.
Oh,
It has its own
that's
rubber
our
feet.
Fridge. That's our fridge compressor over there. And whenever it turns on, it goes. So Jeff was trying to figure it out for quite a while. Every time it turned on, he would literally go and jump in the lazarette to see where the
It
noise
like
was
rattles,
coming
like it
from.
was rattling here on there, and then these two rattle here, and then they're rattling on this, and then it turns out also this thing rattles down there. Like it's like slowly working my way.
So funny.
It's still taking a bit more time, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, that's more.
Got it. That one's better.
A little better.
They look okay on the back sides of them. I'll just add it to our pile here. This is ridiculous. Like, look at all this crap. Like, wow. I'm also part of the cleanup crew.
Done.
Wow, are you poking your finger right through?
I can, but I want to remove the foam on the other side first.
Good grief. So what's that you're taking off now?
This is the manifold for the cold water supply. Well, this is just ripping right out of the wall, so okay.
Oh, it wasn't being secured anymore?
No, I told you it was falling.
Wow. Nice. Alrighty, you have taken away all of the paint for your patch. That's where...
Well, not all the paint. I'm going to be cutting it out along that line.
Oh, now I can see that. Okay.
So I'm going to go... Now, oh, yeah. Now I'm going to measure from the holes the heater was on to figure out on the other side how far I got to go.
With all this work going on, we need a breakfast fit for a king. So, guess what? We're having... I told ya this is coming out. This is delicious, okay? Seriously. We're gonna make a Hawaiian breakfast. We're gonna have some rice and we're gonna saute up some pieces of Spam with some cabbage. It's gonna be so good. We've actually never had this meal in Hawaii, but when we were on the boat last time, we were looking around, what can I make with certain items that we have? As a sailor, cruiser, boat fixer, you always have cabbage on the boat and Spam. So I Googled what I could do with that. Hawaiian breakfast came up and we've had it ever since. It's so good. We love Hawaii. We got married in Hawaii, so this just brings us back. And there you have it. Spam, cabbage, red pepper flakes on a bed of rice. So good. Jeff is looking in the engine bay here, pulling away some foam. Yeah, water damage on the foam from overtime.
I think maybe remember it used to leak up top.
Oh, through the cockpit floor.
Before we sealed it. Okay, that is released from there.
Also, don't forget, if you're enjoying this episode so far, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, share with your friends, anyone who you think would enjoy watching these shenanigans. And yeah, thanks for watching. So while Jeff was in there, taking away the foam, all of a sudden he hears this water rushing beside him. Guess what? Something is cracked or something is happening with their freshwater pump. So now we have to look at that before we can continue. You look like a spaceman going into orbit. Here's a look at the foam that Jeff took off of the engine bay wall. Oh, that'll be interesting to put back. Smells a little rough. We're just testing it, turning the pump back on. And Jeff just said, it's okay, it's fine.
Yeah, it just got, either the hose clamp was loose or the other fitting was loose. So
Okay.
I just snugged it down, you put it on.
Thank goodness. All right, crisis averted. So here is a better view. There we go. Of what we're looking at here. The back wall that Jeff took the foam off of. And this is the rotten spot, obviously. He's going in.
Let me know.
All right, Jeff has now cut around all of the edges and I am in the engine bay and I'm gonna bang it out to him. And that's not gonna work, so banging it back in did not work, so Jeff is just gonna bang it to me. Okay. The top, your right top corner, that needs to be cut more. Okay, now it's all connected. I'm tweaking. Yeah. Now. Hello. That is, yeah, it's a lot in here. We're definitely going to have to do some cleaning.
The good news is we guessed right. We got solid material. That's what we wanted to see.
All right, sweet. Here it is. Next time on Sailing Joco, our boat is still a disaster. Jeff just went out and found us some free plywood. We don't have to go to a hardware store. Yeah! Holy snap. Both of the backers are now installed. Nice work, babe. The final fit. We will see. Hopefully the final fit.
See it situation so close. Reckon.
Oh my god, just jam it in there. Now it's time for the reveal!